and happy Valentine's Day, you guys! Today is the day of love. But even if you're not in love, even if you're heartbroken or single, or maybe you're married and happy, divorced, whatever it looks like, I can pretty much guarantee that all of y'all are gonna be watching at least one rom-com today. I know I'm going to be. So honestly, I wanted to save y'all the time and answer the question for you guys. Which rom-coms are worth watching? There are thousands of rom-coms to go through and I couldn't possibly watch all of them, so I had you guys vote. This is the list of your top 10 favorites in no particular order. And I'm gonna be spending the next 2 days binge watching all of these movies to tell y'all which ones are actually worth your time. Yes, I know that is a lot of movie watching. I'm going to turn into a couch potato for the next 2 days, but I'm so here for it. Valentine's Day PJs, check. Fuzzy socks so my feet aren't cold, check. We are ready to start binging. After every movie I watch, I'm going to give it a score out of 10. And then at the very end of the video, I'm going to rank them of which ones you should start and spend your time on. Do you want to watch some rom-coms with mommy? Okay. Here's the list of all 10 rom-coms in no particular order. The first one being 10 Things I Hate About You. This is a classic. I have seen it before and loved it, but we're gonna rewatch to see how it compares to all the others. But before we start, I do need to grab a handful of things. Blanket, check. A whole jar of chocolate, AKA movie snacks, check. Something to drink, check. And some tissues in case of crying, check. And yes, I know it's weird that I'm holding a lot of toilet paper, but I don't actually have tissue boxes, so. 10 Things I Hate About You, fun facts, and things you guys might wanna know. You can watch it on Disney Plus and Hulu, Fubo TV, and YouTube. Okay, I'm excited, here we go. I love the edgy vibe. I'm only 3 minutes into the movie. I just have to say, respectfully, Heath Ledger in this movie is so fun. So far. That's all I have to say. This scene is iconic. Time for my rating. I have a feeling a lot of y'all are going to have strong thoughts because these are technically your favorites. If you agree, disagree, I want to hear all your thoughts down in the comments. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10, and here is why. It's a little bit older, some of the jokes are outdated, some of the script writing is outdated, even some of the things that they're doing are outdated. It was still really cute. Ultimately, because of just some of the outdatedness of it, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The next movie on my list is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I'm so excited to watch. First of all, where you guys can watch it, Paramount, Hulu, and Amazon Prime if you have subscriptions to any of those. For some reason, this one doesn't have that good of ratings. Like Rotten Tomatoes is 42%. That's kind of low for Rotten Tomatoes. So we'll see if it holds up to my memory. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Let's begin. I'm like watching this movie, just getting second-hand embarrassment for her. Oh my gosh, okay, continuing. It is so funny. My official rating for that one is a 9 out of 10. Compared to 10 Things I Hate About You, this one was so much better. The pacing was really good. I feel like the storyline is super unique to normal rom-coms. It's hilarious, and it's a really cute romance at the end of the day. Okay, I need like a 5-minute walking break, jumping jacks, because I've just been sitting on the couch for 3.5 hours. On to the third one. This next rom-com is one of my all-time favorite rom-coms. It's She's the Man, and it was made in 2006. You can watch it on Netflix, Paramount, and Amazon Prime. It has like a mediocre score on Rotten Tomatoes, and I am more than happy to watch it again. All right. This is the part that sets up the whole movie. I love this movie. You know, one thing I like about this movie is it's based around twins. Maybe that's also part of the reason why I have such a bias towards it. All about twins swapping places. It's like our forte. Freaking love it. It is a classic. There's like a touch less romance. This is more comedic. Like there is a lot of comedy in this movie, and Amanda Bynes, I have to say, is hilarious, especially with young Channing Tatum. Just like, it is so good. 9 out of 10 it is. A Lunch of Champions. The next movie is The Proposal. It's on Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV. It only has 45% on Rotten Tomatoes, so not that great. But personally, just from what I remember, this movie is so good. And let the games begin. I feel like with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds, you pretty much can't go wrong. Am I wrong though? You can't really go wrong with that duo. They're so freaking funny. No. This scene. If you've seen The Proposal, you know what scene I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. It's so bad, but it's so good. It didn't come to play. It did not come to play. That was a perfect rom-com. 10 out of 10. No debates, no questions asked. I was laughing the entire time. I loved that, and that might be the top one I've watched so far. Fifth rom-com and the halfway point is, drumroll please, 50 First Dates. It has pretty much the exact same score as all the others on Rotten Tomatoes, like a 45%. You can watch this movie on Stars, Hulu, YouTube, and Amazon Prime. Let's get to it. I might need these for this one. The tears probably gonna flow. Brief intermission because Rylan FaceTimed me.
Hi.
What's your favorite rom-com, Rylan?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
On track. No tears. Like, can you imagine having that kind of love? Like someone that loves you so much, they'll just make first dates over and over again so that they can be in your life even though you don't remember them, they stick around. So good. So the romantic part, the rom part is great, but the com part is not so great. Kind of goofy humor, which some people really love. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10 because half of the romance of the movie was great and the comedy was not so great. I wanted to get some fresh air before I kept watching some movies, but the sun has literally already gone down. How did that happen? Coming to join me?
Got recruited.
We've got 5 more movies to watch.
Ooh.
Babe, can you name a single rom-com? Just curious.
What's it called? John Tucker Must Die?
Wow. The next rom-com on my list is Crazy Stupid Love. I have never seen it. I have heard nothing but good things about this movie though. You can watch it on Hulu and Apple TV and Amazon Prime. Wow, this one has double the score of all of the other ones we've watched. So that actually is 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. All right. Here we go. I actually think I have seen this before.
I have not.
I thought that I hadn't, but I think I've watched it like once before, maybe like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
There are so many A-listers in this movie, it's crazy. This is the end of the movie. I feel like I'm gonna piss so many people off with my thoughts on this one. There was a lot of romance and not really a lot of comedy. I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10. I'm sorry guys, I thought it was gonna be better. The 6th rom-com is The Holiday, and I actually watched this last week. So I'm going to do like a summary YouTube video just to make sure I remember all the bits and pieces. I feel pretty prepared to give an opinion and thought on this immediately. You can watch the movie on Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and it does have a 50% Rotten Tomatoes score, so it's pretty on par with all of the other movies we've seen. I don't know if you guys can see. Here's our dinner. We just finished the recap. Like I said, we watched this one recently, so I feel really prepared to give it a 7 out of 10. I really like the swapping places trope. The romance was so cute.
Yeah.
What about you, babe? You agree?
I actually give it an 8.
Ace is giving it an 8 out of 10. How about we compromise and do 7.5?
7.5.
7.5 out of 10 for The Holiday. The next rom-com we're going to watch, 13 Going on 30. You can watch it on Netflix, Apple TV, and Amazon Prime. That's where you can watch the movie. And it has a 64% on Rotten Tomatoes, so a little bit higher than some of the others we've seen. Let's get started. Here we go. I said all of these girls in these rom-coms ignore the nice guys. The whole plot line of rom-coms is, oh, I'm not into the nice guys. And then they always end up with the nice guys in the end. Well, guess what? Recognize the nice guys in your life. That's what I did. And I ended up meeting him at 17.
And I was ignored for a year. It's
true.
the same story.
The iconic dress has made an appearance. Asa literally was like, is she really gonna wear that? He's getting super into the movie.
Best part of movies, making brownies.
And licking the bowl, apparently. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. What were you gonna give it?
9.
A 9?
For a rom-com, that's pretty good.
I think it's 8 out of 10. It was great. 8 out of 10. 27 dresses. She's a bridesmaid, but never a bride, basically, is what the movie's about. You can watch it on Hulu and Amazon Prime. And then the Rotten Tomatoes is actually a little lower. It's 40%. So it doesn't have as good of ratings as maybe some of the others. But we're here to decide whether or not that's true. All right, babe, press play for us. Okay, I'm ready for it. So many movie snacks, but we had to end the night with some brownies.
Cheers.
Cheers. We didn't like that one very much. Some of the jokes were just like not good, and the whole movie was like about her annoying sister and like her sister being really awful. Y'all are gonna be so mad. I know, I can hear the comments coming, but I'm probably gonna give that one a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, 3 for sure.
I think that has to be a 3 out of 10.
4 if I'm being very nice.
I agree. Okay, we're moving into the bedroom because after this movie, it'll be time to go to bed. We have made it to the last and 10th rom-com of the video. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! The last rom-com we will be watching and rating is Love, Rosie. This is one of my all-time favorite rom-coms, so I already know it's gonna be up there in the scoring. It actually has a horrible Rotten Tomatoes score. It only has 32%, which I'm shocked because I loved it. And you can watch it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and Paramount Plus if you have those. Last rom-com, last rom-com. Woo! And play. Already right off the bat, I love Lily Collins.
Me too.
And I like that it kickstarts with something a little more unique. I love you. That was a 10 out of 10. I loved how it showed the journey from really young all the way to the end and just how it worked. And I liked the unique storyline. Like, I don't feel like this is a typical...
Yeah, it wasn't like a typical rom-com.
Based on my ratings, this is how it went. Number 1, The Proposal. I feel like this is a total classic. Like, if you're just going for any genre, any person involved, anyone could watch The Proposal and just get a good giggle out of it and really just love the movie. Number 2, Love, Rosie. This is so underrated. I don't know why Love, Rosie is not appreciated more. I don't know why Rotten Tomatoes has done it dirty, but that deserves number 2 spot 100%, and it tugs on those heartstrings a little, so ladies should love that one. Number 3, we've got How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Super funny. Number 4, She's the Man. Also super duper funny. Number 5, 13 Going on 30. That one was super cute. Number 6, The Holiday. That's a classic. Number 7, 10 Things I Hate About You. It was a little older, so it's sitting at the bottom of the list. Number 8, Crazy Stupid Love. This one's overrated in my opinion, and I know it's gonna be controversial, but it deserves the 8th spot in my opinion. Number 9, 50 First Dates. And number 10, coming in very last, was 27 Dresses. That one was not my favorite of the day. Don't forget to comment down below if you agree with my ratings, what your favorites are, if I missed any, and if you want me to do something like this again. And don't forget to click over here to watch one of our other most recent videos, and we'll see y'all next week. Now I'm gonna go on a TV hiatus for the next like 5 days. I'll see you guys next week. Bye y'all.